Okay, Brew, are you ready to deliver your final grade of the Cowboys season?
Yes. All right. Now, look, it might seem obvious. I mean, 34-10 at home. But there were times last night, and I bet you felt the same way, when I'm watching that game and I'm like, they might actually get a decent grade.
Yes.
Right? I mean, they're playing with a backup quarterback, Greg Jennings, Cooper Rush. What is it with Greg and these mediocre quarterbacks? Daniel Jones, Cooper Rush, whatever. But he loves Cooper Rush. But anyway, they looked okay. They're only down 17-10 at halftime. This great play, speaking of Cooper Rush, this pass to Kevontae Turpin for 64 yards.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, oh my, they might not get the failing grade. Okay. Then they're only down, 20-10. They have that nice drive in the third quarter. 13 plays, about 60 yards. Get inside the Texans 10. Can't push it in, but that's okay. And then this happened.
Oh.
Not that. This.
Yeah.
This
was a tough one.
I want to see, can we get it enlarged?
Well, then
so
they take you off the
yeah, that's all right. I mean, what in the world was Tyler Guyton thinking?
He's trying to make a play.
He's probably thinking, hey, I can run the ball as well as our running back. I mean, come on, that just did it. That was the clown.
That was it?
That was it, and that made me say, you know what?
Okay.
The Cowboys, they're down 27-10. F. Yeah. But this is 2024. I'm not done.
Oh.
This is 2024. Sorry. This is the time, the age, the era where we celebrate all achievements, no matter how small.
We do.
Right? Preschool graduations, kindergarten, fifth grade, eighth grade. It's not just high school and college anymore.
Trophies now.
Participation trophies for everybody that suits up. You might not be any good, but you get a participation trophy.
Sure.
So in that spirit, I'm going to celebrate the achievements of the Cowboys. And there were some. And this one is legit. Seriously. All right? I played high school football. I would have loved to have gotten to the state championship, even if I lost. All right? So the Dallas Cowboys, of all the teams in Texas that play football, and Texas is a great football state.
Football hotbed.
The Cowboys are the second best team in Texas. So this is their state, Texas State runner-up trophy for the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations. The Texans won the state championship, but the Cowboys are the second best team in the state, I think. Quinn Ewers and the Longhorns are trying to make a run, but I think the Cowboys are the second best, so here's their runner-up trophy.
A little spice on it, I like that.
Yeah, a little runner-up trophy for
great.
They're testing my creative vibe.
I really thought
figure out all these ways to give them an F.
landing with the everyone gets a trophy thing. I thought it was great. I thought you might give them a Q because you sometimes like to do play on words for quit.
Oh.
Because the teams quit. And so I want to zoom into one moment in the game that McCarthy, this is a spot where I disagree with my friends in the analytics community because they applauded McCarthy for taking that 64-yard field goal off the board to give him a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. And under most circumstances, I think that's exactly what you do. Like, okay, we'll take the 30, take 1st and 10 from the 31 and have a chance to get 7. In real time when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is probably going to cost them points. And I thought it was very unlikely it netted them points. Like, that's how bad of a shape the offense is in right now, that it's like, oh, we can lock in 3 points right now here, as opposed to what's the expected points from 1st and 10 Cooper Rush 30 yards away from the end zone. My answer was less than 3. Like, maybe they're more likely to get 0 than 7, and the 3 is already locked in as is. So I do think McCarthy is something of coaching with a hand tied behind his back on the offensive side of the ball with Cooper in there. But because this team looked so awful pre-Cooper coming in, it can't be an excuse.
Right.
And they looked awful defensively, as you pointed out, before Micah got hurt, and they were even worse when he was out, and now that he's back, they're still bad. I thought yesterday, we didn't spend a lot of time talking about it, but I was like, man, if there was ever a Micah Parsons take over the game, it should be when you're playing against the guy who you toured the Western world and Eastern world with all summer.
He's out there.
Yeah, but there's just no pride on a play-to-play basis from the collective team. Like there's individual.
Because the game was there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't there for the taking, but it was. You weren't instantly blasted.
Yeah.
And so here's what I wonder, Wilds. I wonder if the way we looked at the 13-second game, Bills-Chiefs, casting a pall over kind of the next year and a half of Bills football, ruined the Allen Diggs. Like we shouldn't say ruined it, but we look at that as the beginning of that fissure. Yeah, exactly. Did the Packer game just break the Cowboys? Because to go from 16 straight at home to, I don't think they had a problem at home going into that game. I just think it snowballed on them quickly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The pick six and this and the big plays by Jordan Love and Dak makes mistakes. And since then, has this team just been broken? And that this year has just been a continuation of that. Because to go from 16 straight at home to a point you were hammering before it became the in vogue point, which is they don't only lose all their home games, they get blasted in a way no team in NFL history ever has. That, to me, signals a team that's like just out on itself.
There's a title. There's a name for what you just described.
Oh, here we go.
What is it?
You know.
I don't know. I'm not.
You know?
Front runners?
No.
Oh.
Supernatural funk.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
You saying that threw him into a supernatural funk?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sure.
At home.
Yeah,
I mean,
like that game. That game has.
I always feel like the supernatural has like you can't explain it.
This one you can explain.
I
It
have a
gets
term
bad.
for it.
Yeah.
S-Bob.
Too much focus on that spot.
It's always
Yep.
looking to the finish
agree.
line and never looking like, hey, we're at mile 2 of the marathon. And like, well, I'm a little bit tired. And then it goes sideways. Dust, I don't know if we have that video of CeeDee Lamb. This is after the points come off the board.
Yeah, right after they got stopped on 4th down. I saw it too.
They're down 10. It's not.
You would think they're down 40.
They're down 10 points, and there's about 16 minutes left in the game. And I know points came off the board, but down 10? The Chiefs were down 9 with 75 seconds left, and they were more in the game. Like down.
Some of
down
that is
10
about.
just
Some of
a
that
turnover.
is no, but it's when you feel like, man, our offense is not going to get in a better position to score than
Gee
it was
whiz,
just
fake
in.
it till you make it.
Yeah,
CD, and I know he's trying. He said he's trying, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But he went on Micah's podcast in the summer and said, you know what, we've got to be better. And I believed him. And a lot of that is part of leadership is not necessarily, you know what what's my old lesson someone told me?
Defense wins championship.
Well, no one told me that. I created that. You got to be the thermostat, not the thermometer.
Yes.
The thermometer measures what's going on. The thermostat sets it.
Yep.
CD's job there is to be the thermostat. Like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, but
we just drove the field. We just got unlucky.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I think the franchise, like, with the same coach, same quarterback, the same GM, the same best players, it feels just a continuation. You know what I mean? And so that's where
I think you make a great point because clearly, they are horrible at home. I do think that game broke them. I don't know why. The question is why.